If you're curious about the Orisha, you're not alone. Their story is wild. Let's check it out. Orisha beliefs began in West Africa long ago. People honored powerful spirits called Orishas for help, wisdom, and protection. These traditions spread across the world, still inspiring millions today. Across the world, humanity has always sought ways to understand the universe. From the earliest days, people have gazed up at the stars, searching for meaning in the vastness above. Whether in bustling cities or remote villages, this quest to make sense of our existence is a thread that connects us all. We wonder about our origins, our purpose, and our connection to the world around us. These questions have inspired countless traditions, philosophies, and spiritual systems throughout history. In West Africa, one of the most profound and enduring systems is known as Orisha. The religious system of Orisha is considered to be much older than Islam. The Yoruba religious system, which includes the veneration of Orishas, is older than Christianity. The Yoruba religion, including its oral traditions and practices, predates the widespread adoption of Christianity in many parts of the world. This tradition weaves together spirituality, culture, and history into a rich tapestry that has shaped generations. The Orisha tradition is not just a religion, but a way of life, deeply embedded in the daily rhythms and celebrations of the people. The Orisha are divine beings, each a unique manifestation of the supreme creator, Olodumare. They embody the powerful forces of nature like rivers, storms, and forests, as well as the full range of human emotions and experiences. Through the Orisha, followers find a bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds. These divine spirits are not distant or abstract. They are active participants in the daily lives of their followers, offering guidance, protection, and strength. People turn to the Orisha for help with challenges, to celebrate milestones, and to seek wisdom in times of uncertainty. Through vibrant ceremonies filled with music, drumming, and dance, followers build personal relationships with these powerful spirits. These rituals are moments of joy, connection, and transformation, where the boundaries between the human and the divine become thin. Over centuries, the traditions of the Orisha traveled far beyond West Africa. Through the resilience of Africans, these beliefs evolved in the Americas, giving rise to new forms like Santería in Cuba and Candomblé in Brazil. These faiths continue to thrive, blending African roots with local cultures. To truly understand Orisha, we must journey back in time, tracing the story of migration, adaptation, and creation. This is a story of survival, resilience, and the enduring power of faith. This is not just a history of a religion, but the living history of a people known as the Muurs, or Moors, traders, scholars, and travelers who carried their wisdom across continents. Their journeys, struggles, and triumphs laid the spiritual foundation for entire nations, shaping identities and communities that continue to flourish today. To begin our story, we must first understand who these remarkable travelers were, known throughout history as the Moors. Their legacy stretches across continents and centuries, leaving a profound impact on the world as we know it. The Moors were not a single tribe, but rather a collection of diverse peoples from various regions of Asia, later Africa, Europe, and the Americas. They were united by their thirst for knowledge and their reputation for advanced skills in science, mathematics, and navigation. Their expertise allowed them to traverse great distances, connect distant cultures, and share wisdom that would shape civilizations. Their society was highly organized, built upon a foundation of law, order, and a deep reverence for learning. Education was central to their way of life, and their cities became centers of innovation and culture, attracting thinkers from far and wide. The Moors were also deeply spiritual, believing in a complex hierarchy of divine beings and natural forces that governed the universe. Their rituals and ceremonies reflected a profound respect for the unseen world, which they believed influenced every aspect of daily life. This layered understanding of the spiritual realm was not just a belief, but the very core of their worldview, guiding their actions and decisions as a community. At the heart of this vibrant community stood a leader named Yaqub, a brilliant scientist and thinker whose revolutionary ideas would challenge the very fabric of Moor society. Yaqub advocated for a strict hierarchical order in society, one that he believed could be achieved through the application of scientific principles and rational thought. His vision was bold, but not without controversy. As Yaqub's influence grew, so did the tension within the community. A fundamental clash of worldviews began to emerge, setting the stage for a monumental decision that would shape their future. On one side stood Yaqub, determined to engineer society through the lens of science and order, believing this was the path to progress and stability. On the other side were those who held fast to a more organic, spiritually guided way of life, trusting in the wisdom of their ancestors and the harmony of the natural world. This pivotal moment would define the destiny of the Moors for generations to come. Yaqub, a visionary scholar and thinker, spent years contemplating the future of his people. He dreamed of creating a new society, one that would rise above the limitations and conflicts of the old world. His vision was bold, a civilization governed not by tradition or superstition, but by the rational and harmonious laws of science and reason. Yaqub meticulously developed a set of scientific principles to guide this new society, believing that knowledge and discovery could unlock humanity's greatest potential. To bring his vision to life, he proposed a daring migration, a journey to a distant, uncharted land where his followers could build their ideal world from the ground up, free from the constraints of the past. Yaqub's words inspired hope and excitement. He gathered a large and diverse following, each person captivated by the promise of a new existence and eager to be part of something greater than themselves. Together, they constructed a fleet of advanced ships, blending traditional craftsmanship with innovative designs, each vessel built to withstand the challenges of a long and perilous ocean voyage. The Moors, renowned as masters of the sea, carefully loaded these ships with food, tools, seeds, and all the knowledge they would need to survive and thrive in a new world. The day of departure was both joyous and bittersweet. Families and friends gathered at the bustling harbor, some filled with hope, others with sorrow, as they watched the ships prepare to leave, knowing their community would be forever changed. As the followers boarded the ships, their hearts were filled with determination and trust in Yaqub's vision. They believed they were embarking on a journey that would shape the destiny of generations to come. Guided by the stars and ancient navigation techniques, the fleet sailed westward across the vast Indian Ocean, venturing into the unknown with courage and unity. The sea became their first great test. They faced fierce storms, towering waves, and the constant uncertainty of the open ocean, but their resolve never wavered. At last, after many days and nights, the distant coastline of a new continent appeared on the horizon, a land known today as Africa, full of promise and mystery. It was here, on these uncharted shores, that Yaqub and his followers would begin their great experiment, determined to build a society unlike any the world had ever seen. Upon reaching Ganawa, Yaqub decreed they would circumnavigate the continent. Their first stop was in Mozambique, where they replenished supplies and interacted with locals. From Mozambique, the fleet journeyed southward, navigating the treacherous Cape of Good Hope. This part of the voyage tested their seafaring skills and ship resilience. Dissent began to brew among the travelers, questioning the endless journey. After rounding the Cape, they sailed north along the Atlantic coast, making key stops. In Angola and the Congo River Basin, they traded and repaired vessels. These interactions with West Central Africa's peoples were significant. The Moors observed the rich spiritual traditions of local communities. The journey exposed them to new possibilities, contrasting Yaqub's ideology. A quiet rebellion of the spirit began, led by a man offering a different path. The journey was no longer just physical, but spiritual and psychological. Among the travelers was Haggai, a man of wisdom and spiritual insight. Haggai, also known as Oduduwa, Sheshbazzar, and Shabazz, from where you get the tribe of Shabazz, grew concerned about Yaqub's direction. He believed humanity needed a connection to the divine, not just science. Haggai spoke quietly with others, reminding them of their ancestral traditions. He offered a vision where science and spirituality coexisted. His message resonated with those disillusioned by Yaqub's future. As the fleet sailed along West Africa, disagreements became too great to ignore. A formal separation was proposed, with Haggai's group choosing a different destiny. They made their way to Nigeria, landing near Il-If, the sacred center of their new civilization. Haggai embraced his role as leader, building a society blending ancestral knowledge with new realities. This society would be vastly different from Yaqub's vision. Keep in mind, these people were the dark-skinned, black straight-hair Hindus who landed in Ur. They were one of the early groups of Muurs. They settled in Il-If. Haggai faced the challenge of creating a meaningful society. He drew upon their ancestral beliefs, creating a system reflecting their journey. The Orisha system began to be crafted, with Olodumare as the supreme being. Humanity needed intermediaries, the Orisha, personifying life and nature. Each Orisha was a living energy, making the divine accessible. The creation of the Orisha system was collaborative, identifying key forces. The stories of their journey became part of this new mythology. The system was a living chronicle of their people's experience. It provided a structure for society, with personal connections to Orisha. A blacksmith would honor Ogun, a mother might pray to Oshun. This created a practical form of spirituality, giving individuals a place in the cosmic order. The Orisha system was born from collective wisdom and experience. As the Yoruba people settled, they merged with indigenous populations. This was a process of integration and cultural exchange, not conquest. The Orisha system absorbed local beliefs, creating something richer. This blending was key to the evolution of Orisha spirituality. The result was a spiritual system uniquely West African, retaining Moorish echoes. This adaptation and syncretism allowed Orisha spirituality to survive and thrive. Within the Orisha pantheon, figures like Shango and Oshun rose to prominence. Shango, ruler of lightning and fire, embodies masculine energy and justice. Oshun, goddess of rivers and love, represents harmony and fertility. The pantheon extends to Ogun, Yemoja, Obatala, and Eshu Elegba. Each deity has a distinct personality and domain, teaching moral lessons. Together, they form a spiritual ecosystem, an interconnected family. This divine family governs every aspect of existence, mirroring human life. By understanding the Orisha, followers learn about themselves and the world. The Pantheon provides a language for exploring life's mysteries. It is a divine map for navigating the human experience. The 7 original Orisha gods represent the 7 chakras, in which there's 9 chakras. The exact number of Orishas, deities in the Yoruba religion, is not definitively known. While some sources say there are 400 plus 1 or 401, others suggest there are many more, even an innumerable amount. The most widely recognized number is 401, but the most powerful and commonly invoked Orishas are around a dozen. The story of the Muurs and the Orisha is a living history. The spiritual framework created in Ile-Ife shaped the Yoruba people and beyond. The West African Moors spread Orisha traditions to the Americas. Moorish Africans syncretized Orisha with Catholic saints, ensuring survival. Today, Orisha thrives globally as Santería, Candomblé, and Vodou. Each tradition is a unique expression of the original faith. The Orisha offer connection and pride to the African diaspora. The journey of the Moors culminated in a remarkable spiritual system. It is a story of migration, adaptation, and finding meaning in the universe. The Orisha religion is a testament to resilience and the quest for God. The Yoruba people of West Africa see the universe as flowing from a single ultimate source, Olodumare. Olodumare is the supreme creator, vast, unknowable, and the origin of all destinies. Unlike other faiths, Olodumare isn't worshipped directly. There are no temples or rituals for this distant force. Instead, Olodumare set the cosmos in motion and entrusted its care to powerful spiritual intermediaries. The Yoruba recognize Olodumare with deep reverence, but daily prayers and rituals are directed elsewhere. This structure creates a clear spiritual hierarchy, one supreme power, and then the Orishas, divine messengers who bridge the gap between humanity and the infinite. The Orishas carry prayers upward and blessings downward, connecting human lives to the divine. Understanding this relationship is the key to the Yoruba worldview. The Orishas are not distant gods, but conscious spirits of nature. Wind, fire, rivers, forests, lightning, each representing a force of the world and a facet of human life. They serve as accessible guides, protectors, and sometimes stern teachers, shaping destinies and offering wisdom. Every person is believed to have a personal Orisha, influencing their character and life path. The Orishas accept offerings and grant ash, spiritual energy, to help overcome challenges. Honoring an Orisha is honoring nature itself. Yamaja for the oceans, Ogun for iron and progress. This belief fosters deep respect for the environment, seeing rivers and forests as sacred homes of the Orishas. The Orishas are also moral guides. Their stories teach justice, compassion, and the consequences of our actions. Shango's tales warn about power, while Oshun's teach love and diplomacy. Through the Orishas, the Yoruba have passed down a living code of ethics for generations. You must understand the Orisha is Hindu belief system influenced into African culture. Let's meet some of the most influential Orishas. Eshu Elegba is the divine messenger and guardian of crossroads. No prayer reaches the Orishas without his blessing. He tests our choices and keeps cosmic balance. Ogun, Orisha of iron and technology, is the spirit of invention and progress. He empowers blacksmiths, soldiers, and all who shape the world with tools. Shango, Orisha of thunder and fire, embodies power, passion, and justice. Once a legendary king, he's called upon for protection and the courage to fight for what's right. Oshun, Orisha of rivers, governs love, beauty, and fertility. She teaches the strength of gentleness and the value of diplomacy. Yamaja, mother of the oceans, is the source of all life and a symbol of nurturing wisdom and protection. Together, Oshun and Yamaja represent the essential feminine energies that sustain the world. Each Orisha's story and energy offer guidance for every aspect of life. Through them, the Yoruba find strength, love, and justice. Their presence is felt in every storm, every river, and every act of creation. The Orishas are not just spirits, they are living forces in the world. To know them is to understand the heart of Yoruba spirituality. Connection with the Orishas is built through vibrant rituals, drumming, singing, and dancing that invite their presence. Offerings, candles, fruit, water are given not as bribes but as acts of gratitude and respect, each tailored to the Orisha's preferences. Divination, using systems like the Ifa oracle, allows trained priests to interpret the Orisha's guidance and reveal solutions to life's challenges. This spiritual dialogue helps individuals understand their destiny and restore balance. Ancestor reverence is also central. Families honor the Igungun, seeking wisdom and protection from those who came before. Ancestral altars and prayers keep the chain of life unbroken, connecting past, present, and future. Through ritual and remembrance, the Yoruba maintain a living bond with both the divine and their heritage. The Orisha tradition survived the Spanish Inquisition by adapting. Yoruba people syncretized their spirits with Catholic saints, keeping their faith alive in secret. The French called it voodoo, also known as vodou, vodun, or voudon. In Cuba, it became Santería, in Brazil, Candomblé, in Trinidad, Shango Baptist, each with unique rituals but rooted in Yoruba cosmology. What began as survival blossomed into vibrant new spiritual paths across the Americas. Today, Orisha worship is global, drawing people of all backgrounds to its deep connection with nature and destiny. The internet has connected practitioners worldwide, making the wisdom of the Orishas more accessible than ever. This ancient faith offers answers for those seeking meaning and connection in a modern world. The Orishas remind us we are surrounded by nature's energies, guided by wise spirits, and supported by our ancestors. Every life has a purpose, a destiny to fulfill. By honoring the Orishas, we honor nature, community, and the divine spark within. It's a path of connection to our roots, to the world, and to the grand design of Olodumare.